They came to rule. But the land was never theirs. The land was not for sale. Then came the colonial era, and with it, a new struggle, not for power alone, but for land. In December 1851, the British Navy attacked Lagos in what is known as the Bombardment of Lagos. Oba Akitoye was restored to the throne with British support, but the fact remains, the British were able to succeed largely because of the succession dispute. They empowered the loyal faction, a strategy commonly used in Africa. They defeated Oba Kosoko. He fled to Ipi. But Oba Kosoko did not surrender quietly. From exile, he fought back. Through what became known as the Ipi blockade, his forces took control of the Ipi waterways. He commanded a strong naval force, the famous canoe warriors. They intercepted trade boats. They prevented merchants from safely reaching Lagos. The goal was clear: to weaken Lagos economically, to pressure the British-backed government, to force political negotiation. Since Lagos depended heavily on water trade, blocking the lagoon severely damaged commerce. The British could not trade freely through the coast, and they could not completely stop Kosoko's resistance. Not until the Ipi Peace Treaty of 1854, when Oba Kosoko returned from exile. Then, in 1861, the British annexed Lagos. They took political control, raised their flags, and installed their administration. But there was one problem. The land was never theirs to take, because long before the empire arrived, the land already belonged to the people, to families, to chiefs, to indigenous communities whose roots stretched back centuries. As colonial expansion grew, tensions followed, and one man decided to challenge the system. His name was Chief Amodu Tijani Oluwa, the Oluwa of Lagos, a hereditary aristocrat of the Idejo class, and a direct descendant of the Awori founders. In 1920, he did something extraordinary. He took the British government to court, all the way to London. The case, Amodu Tijani versus the Secretary of Southern Nigeria, would become one of the most important legal battles in Nigerian history. In 1921, the British Privy Council delivered its judgment. The ruling was clear. Lagos land did not belong to the colonial government. It belonged to the indigenous chiefs, to the Idejo. The court recognized their traditional ownership, their ancestral rights, and their authority to control and distribute land among their people. It was more than a victory in law. It was a victory for history, for tradition, for identity. And even today, that judgment remains a cornerstone of Nigerian land law. A lasting reminder that before colonial rule, before modern government, Lagos already had rightful owners. The descendants of Olufin Ogunfunminire, the original guardians of the land. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I am Oluwamayowa, the Lagos historian.